Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the launch pad for our second launch of the day, the second Falcon 9 and the second Starlink mission. If it's your first time here, though, welcome. My name is Zach. I'm the founder and host here at the Launchpad Network, and we're glad to have you joining us here as we count down the next 14 minutes till the liftoff of Starlink 11-19 from Slick 4E at Vandenberg Space Force Base in California. Today's mission will see 28 more Starlink satellites join the 28 that literally deployed about 15 minutes ago in low Earth orbit. If you haven't yet, take a moment, do the YouTube things, hit that like button, share out the stream, invite people to join us, and make sure you're subscribed so you never miss another live launch coverage. Today's mission is going to be seeing Falcon 9 Booster 1088 launch on its 11th flight on a 30-day turnaround. It previously supported NRL 126, Transporter 12, Sphere X, NRL 57, and 6 Starlink missions. SpaceX's drone ship, Of Course I Still Love You, is stationed downrange in the Pacific Ocean, ready to recover the booster here today. The recovery ship is stationed about 585 kilometers downrange. SpaceX's recovery vessel Go Beyond is stationed 685 kilometers downrange to recover the fairing. And I do just want to check our trajectory here. Make sure that we're showing you the right one on screen. I want to confirm whether this is a coast hug or not. It actually is. So apologies there. We're showing the wrong trajectory there on the screen. We're going to take those down. This is a coast hugger mission, which means it will go a lot closer to the coastline than the previous ones. So if you are in Los Angeles or San Diego regions, you should have an incredible view here today as long as you've got some clear skies. Apologies that we got that wrong trajectory up there. See if we can get an updated one here before the launch. If you guys have questions, you can send those in the chat by tagging me at the launch pad, and I'll work on answering those live to the best of my ability. See people tuning in from all over the world. We got Joe in Maryland, Maria's in Devon, England, Lightning Jack's north of Poland. We got Salty in Los Angeles. Alan is in Hertfordshire, UK. We got Randy in Pennsylvania, as well as I'm Tweety D in Pennsylvania. Great to have you here. Strickler says, well, Verstappen is leading. So both. Cool to see some people in the chat. Also watching, it is the U.S. Grand Prix. They are on lap 6 of 56. So if you're watching, it's been pretty good so far. No red flags yet, so that's always a win. It's always great when it's a race day. Battle for the different cups are getting pretty tight now. Daniel asking, how is the new office coming along? Good. I've got the main studio production computer online. We did Starship Flight 11 from that. The secondary and third and fourth systems, those will be coming online through November. I've got to get a few other things ready this week around the house before I head down to Mexico for my surgery next week. I'll be on a plane right now in a week, which is insane. So making sure I have all that ready, and then we'll set up those other systems when I get back. Because a lot of those systems I can do seated, so I'm trying to get all the stuff that I have to do while I'm standing to make sure everything that is that's done. Matt C. Bakersfield watching the ascent. That is awesome. Will this be visible from Sweden? I mean, the fuel dumping. I was going to say the launch, definitely not. Possibly. If it's been visible before on this trajectory, then yes, that is possible. Ricky's got clear skies in Palm Springs. Better see this. Love Palm Springs. Grew up in Coachella Valley. For many, many winters, we would spend down there. So, miss the valley. Ooh. L minus 9 minutes, 25 seconds and counting. Coming up, Falcon 9 will begin engine chill of its 9 Merlin 1D engines in preparation for flight. Thanks, Maria. I appreciate that. Yeah, really excited. Excited that we're just finally at that point. It's been a long time coming. Catching up on the chat and the timeline. We're expecting SpaceX to begin their live coverage momentarily here. Once they do, we will, of course, patch them in. If you have questions, you can send them in the chat. There will be on some streams, Robert. We're working on getting some more cameras out in California. So stay tuned. Timothy's watching from Fairmount, West Virginia. Hello to his sister Pam. It's great to see both of you here. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Coming down into the count, L minus 7 minutes, 15 seconds and counting. Falcon 9 now beginning engine chill in preparation for flight. On board today, 28 Starlink V2 minis. Heading up to low Earth orbit, continuing to expand that constellation. Getting ready to patch SpaceX in here. Joanne's watching from Faroe Islands. Wow, amazing place to be watching from. Sean's tuning in from Thousand Oaks. Great to have you here. Old Dad's in Point Pleasant in West Virginia. SpaceX is getting spooled up, so we're going to patch them in. We are L minus 6 minutes, 20 seconds, and counting till launch. And there is a live view of Slick 4E at Vandenberg Space Force Base in California. Make sure we say the right state there. We are coming down just now, L minus 4 minutes, 5 seconds and counting till launch. Standing by for strong back retract, T minus 4 minutes and counting.
Stage 1 LOX load is complete. Stage 2 LOX load is complete.
Ground gas closeouts.
Falcon 9 is in startup.
Standing by for that final go for launch from the launch director.
Launch director, go for launch.
And there we have it, Falcon 9 clear to launch. Almost 40 seconds and counting. Falcon 9 booster 1088 going for its 11th flight on a 30-day turnaround. T minus 25 seconds and counting.
15 seconds. T minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. Engines full power and liftoff. From 1010 to 10,000. Go Starlink, go Falcon, go SpaceX.
Vehicle is pitching downrange.
MOD chamber pressures are nominal.
And a special call out there officially confirming that SpaceX has now launched
Power and
over
telemetry nominal.
over 10,000 Starlink satellites to low Earth orbit, which is an incredible number
Vehicle is supersonic.
when you think of there are only 14,450 approximately that have ever been launched in history of humanity. But they have officially done it. They have passed that 10,000 mark. Now, not all 10,000 are still in orbit. We see 1 to 2 at this point a day now being disposed of back into the atmosphere of those early generations. And that's something with these mega constellations that we're going to get used to, is seeing these debris of these retiring satellites come back. But Starlink has engines on it, so it can, little thrusters and engines, so it can control its reentry. We heard their call out a second ago for Max Q. That was the moment of peak mechanical stress on the vehicle. Coming up next will be the beginning of a sequence of events, kicking off with MECO, or main engine cutoff, immediately followed by first and second stage separation, second engine start, or MVAC engine start, grid fin deploy on the first stage, and then about 10-15 seconds later, fairing deployment when those 28 Starlinks will be exposed to the vacuum of space for the very first time. We're expecting that sequence of events to begin here at the T plus 2 minute 25 second mark, so let's listen for the call out. Got a couple seconds to get those Apogee guesses still in, so make sure you drop those in the chat. Stand by for MECO.
MECO.
Stage separation confirmed.
MVAC startup.
Fairing separation confirmed.
And a great sequence of events. Grid fins have deployed. Second stage continuing under power. You can see the lights turning on those Starlinks. First stage now beginning its float up to its apogee. That's the highest point in its flight before it begins its return to Earth. It'll have 2 more burns on its way back down. Its entry burn set to occur 6 minutes, 5 seconds into flight, and its landing burn 8 minutes into flight exactly. Both the vehicles, first and second stage, have now passed the Kármán line. That's that 100-kilometer altitude invisible line, but the marker of space. Second stage now passing over 9,100 kilometers in altitude and speed, passing 120 kilometers in altitude. The first stage now falling under 7,100 kilometers an hour in speed. It's at 112 kilometers, 113. We'll see it push a little bit more for that apogee, and then it'll begin its descent back down to the drone ship. Sorry, of course I still love you. We're on the West Coast. Gotta keep the drone ship straight. If you guys have questions, you can send those in the chat by tagging me at the launch pad. I'll work on answering those live to the best of my ability while we go through these kind of coast phases towards entry burn and then landing burn. As usual, SpaceX unfortunately no longer provides live coverage of deployment. The second stage will enter a coast phase after it reaches its initial parking orbit. It'll conduct another burn 52 minutes, 57 seconds into flight for 1 second to finalize it into its deployment orbit before Starlink deployment 59 minutes, 48 seconds into flight. And I did know that, Dreamland. Official 115, we have a winner. I saw a few of those. Maria said 115, great job. Keith said 115, Randy. Lots of guesses of 115, so well done, everyone. Some great guesses there. Stay tuned for the future where there's actually going to be prizes if you get it right. So that's exciting. So stay tuned for that coming up in the near future. We're about a minute away from that entry burn. On the left side of your screen, you're looking at a camera inside the inner stage looking up towards where the the second stage's engine bell was. Some beautiful views today. If you were in the area, let us know in the chat if you were able to see it. And make sure you take a moment to engage that subscribe button so you never miss another live launch coverage right here on the launch pad. Looking at the schedule ahead, guess what? We got more Starlinks on Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. We'll be right back to this pad for Starlink 11-5. And then later in that day at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 p.m. Pacific, we have an expendable Falcon 9, a rare occasion, launching SpainSat from Florida. We'll, of course, have full live coverage of both of those.
Stage 1 entry burn.
You can see the entry burn start up there from 1 to 3 engines of those 9 Merlin 1D ignited, slowing the vehicle down. This slows the vehicle by about 1,000 kilometers an hour as it begins its entry into the Earth's atmosphere. Then, just using the thickness of the atmosphere, the body of Falcon 9, it'll descend, slowing in preparation for its landing burn above the drone ship.
Stage 1 entry burn shut down.
Looked like a great entry burn there today. You'll see the speed on the first stage pick up just a little bit before it begins to slow down as it prepares for its landing burn. Looks like we got a little bit of dirt on the camera on the first stage, so not as clear of a view as we've seen some of the times, but still able to make out what's going on. Gorgeous view from the second stage. Cooper says could barely see it from Sim Valley, waiting for the booster to come down. Ricky, I got excited. Been trying to see the rocket for 2 months from Palm Springs. Oh no, I'm sorry you didn't see it. Matt C says clouds blocked them in Bakersfield. We'll see, T-Hammer.
Stage 2 FTS has saved.
Lewis Hamilton's got a way to go if he's going to do that this year.
Stage 1 transonic.
Last low, that's something that we're working on, so stay tuned for that. We're looking at what we can do around that. And yeah, it really depends on daytime, Matt. I mean, night's obviously easier because it's a big bright light. Daytime, it's a lot harder to see even close up, but hit and miss all on the clouds and the
Stage 2 terminal guidance.
Standing by for landing burn. You can see the drone ship coming into
Stage
view.
1 landing burn.
Stand by for landing light deploy. And again, as if
Stage
it was
1 landing
nothing,
confirmed.
touchdown of Falcon 9 on the drone ship. Of course, I still love you. The second stage has now had, it looks like SECO confirmation. Yep, it's in its initial parking orbit. So that's going to do it for us here today. If it was your first time here, make sure you engage that subscribe button so you never miss another live launch coverage. Consider joining us over on the TLP Discord. That's where our community hangs out in between streams. We'd love to see you there. And on behalf of the entire TLP crew, thank you so much for being here. From our TLP Canada studio, my name's Zach, and we will see you in a couple days for another Starlink launch from Vandenberg, or next time, because space is better together. And we'll see you over on the 24/7 Starbase Now or ISS Now live streams. Bye-bye.